Hey everybody, what's up? RezenatorZen here. What's going on? I just watched a video by one of my subscriptions who was talking about the Quran is a violent book. That's not really. I don't believe that. I'm not a theologian. I have not studied the Quran in depth. I have not studied any religious text. Just because I haven't had the time. I think it's sort of moot point. But to say that the Muslims are violent and the Quran is a violent book is doing the everyday Muslim a disservice, because by saying that Muslims are by saying the Quran is a violent book, that is painting a generalization on every Muslim person, whoever has read the Quran. And there's different translations of the Quran, which could say different things than what the actual uh, original says. And I mean, look at the Bible. There's been wildly different versions of the Bible. I think that's the same true um, with the Quran. I think that's true with the Torah. I think that all these holy books have all these different versions, and you could get the wrong version and not get the original version that was originally put down by the people who were writing the book. And I think that by saying that the Quran is a violent book, you're painting a picture of all Muslims are out to kill us, which is not the point. It's not even true. I mean, everyday Muslims are not going to go fucking want to kill America. No, that's not true. That's a fallacy to say such a thing. That would be like, oh, every Christian says that gay marriage is wrong. That's making a generalization. Or that all Jews hate Palestinians. I mean, it's making generalizations about a whole race, about from the few people that you've seen that have been radical. I mean, there's Jewish fundamentalists, there's Christian fundamentalists, and there's Islamic fundamentalists. There's the three different kinds of fundamentalists, and all three of them have violent sex in them. I mean, yes, there's people like Osama bin Laden who are trying to overthrow the people who are from the Western culture, but I don't think that's because that's a religious difference. That is them using the religion as a way to justify the means. I think Osama bin Laden just really hates the West because of the long storied history of the West fucking with the Middle East. I think that's the reason he hates him. It's not because we're non-Muslims. I think it's just that he's had a long storied history of fucking getting fucked with by the Western sector of the world, that he's just like, fuck you people, you're done fucking with us. Now there is probably a religious part of him that's saying, oh, we got to kill all of these people, but I mean, I don't think that's the main part of him. I don't think that's the main part of any real Islamic fundamentalist. I think that they're using the religion as a tool to control a lot of people. But the Quran is not a violent book, because if that were true, you'd see a lot more people in the United States who are Muslim, and you'd see a lot more people around the world who are violent who are Muslim. But you don't. It's just a small sect of people who are using it either for their own gain or wrapping themselves so tightly wound that they can't take a fucking joke or something. Their religion is so wrapped up in their life that they don't have any kind of other filter to talk to people with. But the Quran, I don't think, is a naturally violent book, because there's a passage that one of my teachers read in my Survey of World Culture class, where it said that you're not supposed to harm Jews and Christians, because the Jews were the first seal, were the first covenant with God, and the Jews fucked that up. Then there were the Christians, who were the second covenant with God, and they fucked that up. And then there's the third seal, which is the Muslims, who are the third seal and say that we're gonna get it right. We're not gonna piss off God or do stuff like that. And there's actually, I've heard people, I've heard people who have studied the Quran who said that, or people that believe that Jesus was a prophet, but he wasn't the one true prophet. That he was, and they say that Jesus was a great man, and all of that. So I don't naturally think that the Quran is a violent book. Um, Even the word jihad has been misused by the Islamic fundamentalists to have this connotation of death to America kind of shit, and that's not the case. Jihad just means struggle. That just means like daily struggles, and I've had people who are Islamic, Muslim, who have actually said to me, and they've actually explained. I've seen it on TV, and I've actually heard people in person say that jihad is just a word that means struggle. That means like everyday things like struggling with your faith, just common day struggles. That's what that means. It's not a fatwa against the fucking United States. It just means everyday struggle, and I mean that's what that really means. But that's really my opinion on Muslim, uh, the Quran and all of that. And as I said, have not read it at length. I'm not a theologian, but I mean that's just sort of saying that the Quran is evil is painting a brush about everybody who's Muslim, which is a dangerous prescription. Alright? Peace, love, harmony, and see you guys later.